Alex Pereira bought his parents a new home. Photo 1. 4 years ago having lunch at my parents' house. Photo 2. They're home today. Thank you very much, my God. KAMARU Usman says, Shavkat vs. Ian Garry is going to be a boring matchup.
18-0 versus 15-0. Shavkat Rakhmonov taking on Ian Garry. I'm not hating in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I love the fight on paper, but I don't think it's going to be as exciting as people think. People are expecting blood, this and that, and I don't think it's going to be that because Ian Garry is a smart fighter that's willing to just, if he has to dance around for 30 minutes, he's going to dance around. He's willing to do that in order to create the space that he wants in order to try to land his strikes. Shavkat, not necessarily. Shavkat's going to play the game with you for a little bit, but Shavkat at some point is going to want to get going. So if Ian doesn't want to get going, like we know, Henry, it takes two to tango. So if Ian doesn't want to get going, that fight might not be the bloodbath that everybody's expecting, everybody's craving and going, oh yeah, ooh, ah.
Tom Aspinall breaks down Jon Jones' spinning back kick KO.
Watch this hand. He constantly distracts you with the lead hand. So he's keeping you busy with this before he starts to turn and starts to do these kicks. This comes first. Is the front hand, look. Watch how he just pulls it out before he does anything. And he does that every time he occupies the front hand and then works his attacks off it, which is high-level fight IQ stuff from Jon Jones. But he's one of the smartest fighters ever.
Islam Makhachev nearly put his training partner to sleep.
Усни, Шариф. Усни, не сдавайся. Не сдавайся, Шариф. Не уснул, да? Как не дает, смотри, да как ты... Он вчера говорил, что ему никто еще не видел.
Shavkat Rakhmonov builds the perfect UFC fighter.
So, first one, best striking.
ILIA TOPURIA.
ILIA TOPURIA? Okay.
Good train.
Best grappling.
Demi Maya, yes.
Demi Maya? Okay. Best chin.
No. Jon Jones.
Jon Jones, best chin?
Good.
Best cardio.
Khabib.
Islam Makhachev goes off on Colby Covington.
Колби. Хабиб и Ислам на весогонке выжимали хромосомы из своего тела. Эти парни огромные легковесы. Они больше меня, хоть я дерусь на категорию выше.
Во-первых, опишем, кто такой Колби. Человек, который не может своими боями что-то доказать, он старается своим языком быть на слуху. Это он и делает, пытается там. Он же не разговаривает там о бойцах, которых в топ-15 нет. Он разговаривает там о бойцах, кто уже много чего добился. И он, я думаю, один из мастеров трэш-тока. Но то, что он не гоняет вес, это неправда. Все гоняют вес. Вот, например, чемпион на 77 Камару Усман. Он весит больше 90 килограмм, он огромный. И я не вешу 86 килограмм. У меня максимальный вес, когда я тренируюсь, 82-83 килограмма.
Повторю вопрос, тебя это не цепляет?
Нет, что мне должны? Понятно, если кто-то был бы на уровне, кто мне что-то говорит. А когда человек, который не может нормально драться и говорит про меня, то мне это вообще никак не важно.
Michael Chandler interested in a fight with Jorge Masvidal. Chandler seems interested to fight Masvidal upon his UFC return. Chandler reposted this saying, forget McGregor, call out Jorge Masvidal for a fight. Then Chandler wrote, where you at, Jorge? Masvidal responded to Chandler saying, say word and it's go. April, Miami. Shavkat Rakhmonov says he made Ian Garry tap during their sparring sessions.
At the time, his wife asked me if she can film the footage of the sparring, and I accepted it. And but they didn't ask me if they can release it or no. And I wonder why they didn't release the other part of the sparring.
Oh, could I ask what would we see if they release the other part?
Что бы мы бы увидели, если бы они выложили все видео?
Как стучит Ian Garry?
How Ian Garry taps.
Oh, wow.
Islam Makhachev says he isn't interested in fighting ILIA TOPURIA.
Драться хочет.
Подеремся, если нужно будет.
А ты хочешь?
Ну, если взять в плане вообще боев моих, мне Топурия никак не интересен. Он будет драться, представляет другой вес, я его побью. Что мне тогда сказать? Я не выигрываю пояс. Все будут говорить, я опять побил кого-то там легковеса. Но если люди хотят увидеть, как он проиграет, то можно это.
А ты не хочешь увидеть, как он проиграет?
Ну, у меня другие цели. Я хочу выиграть второй пояс. Если ты хочешь остаться в истории, то ты должен сделать что-то запоминающее.
KHAMZAT CHIMAEV fires back at Ian Garry after he said this.
I'm a young kid who dreamt of being here, who wanted to see my face on billboards, who wanted to put on shows against the scariest people in the world. I've said to you before how my ideal scenario is I fight, I beat Shavkat, I win the world title, I go up to middleweight, and I fight KHAMZAT, I win that belt too. I'm not afraid of any man. I know how talented I am. I know the gifts God gave me.
Later, KHAMZAT wrote on X saying, "You're too skinny, boy. Don't go near the wolf's teeth. You'll end up without a head." Turkey Al-Sheikh hints at potentially trying to make Francis Ngannou versus Jon Jones.
Yes, I have in the table two options for Francis, one in MMA and one in boxing I want to discuss with.
Can I ask you what those options are?
The MMA, you know, all the time my answer is all the time we want to do the biggest things.
Would that be Jon Jones?
Beep.
Wow. I mean,
we need to send Dana White to the moon.
MOVSAR EVLOEV and Aljamain Sterling meets ahead of their fight.
How you doing? Good. How you doing? Good, good, good. Health is good? Very good. Keep doing what you're doing. See you. See you. See you soon.
Shavkat and Garry meet ahead of their fight.
Good job. You good? How are you feeling? Good. You good, guys? You ready? Wait, good? Ready? Of course you are. Of course you are. You're always ready. Always ready. Let's go, guys.
Did you see Charles? Ready to fucking go. Charles is ready to fucking go. He's like, yeah.
Garry admits he was chalked out by Shavkat Rakhmonov while training.
So it would be fair to say, right, he told Ariel that he made you tap in sparring. It would be fair to say that if he's taking anything away from that experience, he would be mistaken to do so.
If he wants to latch on to a moment of success in training from 2 years ago and thinks I'm the same fighter I was then he would be sadly mistaken. I don't believe he is going to be latching on to anything like that. I believe he is being honest and he's saying this happened, which it did. I'm not turning around and say it didn't, but if I sit here and tell you the names I've gone out and beaten sparring, it's just not relevant. It would be a very different conversation. So he has to do it on Saturday night, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to show him that I'm far better than he could ever imagine.
Jon Jones teasing a potential fight with Aspinall after a fan asked Jones versus Aspinall, and Jones replied with the eyes emoji. Dana White shuts down rumors of a potential fight between Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou. Dana White announces UFC 311 main event and co-main event.
What's up, everybody? I got some fight news to start off the new year. Saturday, January 18th at the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California. It will be headlined by the pound-for-pound #1 ranked fighter in the world and lightweight champion Islam Makhachev, taking on #1 contender Arman Tsarukyan. Makhachev has defeated every opponent he has faced for almost a decade and is on a 14-fight win streak. His last 4 wins have all come in title bouts over former world champions, with 7 of his last 8 coming by finish. Tsarukyan has an impressive record of 22-3 and is coming off a win over former champion Charles Oliveira and a performance of the night win over Beneil Dariush. This is a rematch from 2019, and since that time, both of these guys have a combined record of 18-1. This is such a badass main event. And just finalized last night, the co-main event will now be a bantamweight title fight between the champion, Merab Dvalishvili, and undefeated #1 contender, Umar Nurmagomedov. Merab came into the office late last night, told us that he is tired of listening to Umar disrespect him and wanted to make this fight happen as soon as possible. We called Umar. He was sleeping in Dagestan, and he said, hell yes, anywhere, anytime. Merab is coming off a title win over Sean O'Malley at the Sphere and is riding an 11-fight win streak. Umar Nurmagomedov is 18-0 and is coming off an impressive win over #3 ranked Corey Sandhagen. In only 6 UFC fights, Umar already has the all-time UFC bantamweight record for striking accuracy and is second in striking differential, only behind Sean O'Malley. This entire card is stacked. UFC 311, Makhachev versus Tsarukyan, is live from the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California, January 18th. Tickets on sale Friday at Ticketmaster.com.